Grand Rising, Elizabeth. You ladies look so beautiful today. Today is January 11th, 2024. Okay, y'all, let's get the party started.
Yeah.
January has rolled on in here. We just said Happy New Year, and it's the 11th day of January already.
You know something?
Right? I just said Happy New Year. I went to sleep and woke up and it was the 11th of January. Okay. So don't sleep, you can't sleep. You can't sleep on it in 2024. Don't sleep on it. That's for
And
real.
time waits
I
for no
believe
one.
that.
It waits for
I
no one.
believe
Yeah.
that.
My housemate
Hmm
was like on vacation an extra week. She works in the school system. So I was like, hell, I'm on vacation too. So she went back to work. She went back to work. And I was like, I think I'm still on vacation. I'll start next week. All week I've been like, okay, see you later. Have a good day. She was like, the last night, she was like, nah, that's some bull. Everybody in the household saying, see you later, have a good day.
Mm-mm-mm.
So usually how for people who are first timers, usually how I do the show, listen, Holy Spirit is in control of my life totally, completely since
All right.
2007. Since 2007, when I heard I want you to be a minister, I ain't been knowing what's been going on since then. I'm in a position right now where I just do what I'm told. Queen Adunia tell, like she said, send your bio. I'm like, my spirit didn't tell me to send no bio. Mm-mm. I had to take a meditation and took a bath, and it was like, okay, do the bio. And I did the bio, and it just flowed right out of me. So she prompted me a
Okay.
little bit with one question, but that's how I'm rolling in life right now. It's like
Okay.
this sort of happened when I was like 40. I was 48, 49, right when my mom passed away. But what it's like for me is God was like, okay, I gave you half your life. Now the next half is mine. So it's like,
Okay.
follow me. And
Mm-hmm.
once I relaxed, it took me a while because I'm stubborn, hard-headed, and I'm not gonna follow. It took me,
Mm.
anybody else like me, stubborn, hard-headed, not gonna follow. I usually tend to hook up with my people. Okay, yeah, thank you. I tend to hook up with my people, right?
I
Yeah,
had to come back on screen for that. You see
right.
that?
Yeah. So yeah, I tend to hook up with my people. And and how I go to God, some people go easily, they surrender and go easily. Well, how I go to God is I go kicking, screaming, farting, spitting, falling out, and then I'll be like, okay, fine, I'm coming. Right? That's how I go. I don't know how y'all go, but
Well, you
that's how
got to
I
have time for that, huh? You got to have
go.
time to do that, huh?
Girl, I be having a little tantrum all set it away. And one of the
Mm.
secret of my ministry is the Course of Miracles. And even in leading the Course of Miracles, I started reading it in 2007 and started teaching it in 2009, and then surrender to that it was my assignment for the rest of my life assignment until 2021. Because I was like, well, you want me to do what? Really? I need a new
What's
assignment.
the name of the book?
A Course
What's
in
the name of the
Miracles.
book?
A Course in Miracles.
A
A
a
Course in
course.
Miracles.
Spell court. I'm not getting that.
Course, Course.
Oh, okay.
A course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Course
that's what I
in
do.
miracle.
Yeah, don't try to read it on your own, please.
Yeah.
No, it's really not a book to read on your own. It's really not to but I was insane. In the Course of Miracles, it talks about being insane. And I was insane and didn't know that you didn't read it on your own, but I'm a voracious reader. And I read it twice.
Okay.
I read it twice by myself. And only thing I could do that part of my life was just follow Holy Spirit. And when I got done the second time, it was like, okay, so I did it twice. What do you want me to do now? And it was like, you
Mm-hmm.
just start a circle. Start a circle. I'm a Buddhist. This is Christian. Out of my wheelhouse. I don't think so. So I kept doing my life. That's when how I used to talk to God, when I didn't have enough reverence and respect for what I was dealing with. I'm a Buddhist. God ain't out there like that as a Buddhist, right? And Holy Spirit ain't like that as a Buddhist, right? It's like that, but it's not like that, right? So yeah, it told me to start a circle. I wouldn't do it for 9 months, but in not doing it for 9 months, I was stuck. in my own life. Just stuck. Couldn't make nothing happen. And I'm a mover shaker, a candlestick maker. I make things happen for myself and others. I'm about to sneeze again. Hold on. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. This is so funny because the other day, a few weeks ago, I declared that I'm in the blessing business now, and I've been sneezing ever since. And every time I sneeze, somebody's go, bless you. I'm like, okay, you know how you say something to the universe responds to whatever you're asking. Asking it is given. I've been
Okay.
sneezing ever since. And every time somebody say bless you, I was like, oh, okay, bless you right back. Because I guess that's my signal to bless people right back. Because I said I was in the blessing business. And how I bless others is how I bless myself. So anyway, I was doing mirror work. Anybody in here? I know some of you guys may have, but anybody on here do mirror work?
Mirror
Oh,
work?
not yet.
Mirror work.
Is that the same as shadow work?
No, shadow work is when you start to deal with the shadow side of yourself, the dark side.
Okay.
That's the shadow work, the
Mm.
dark side. And a lot of times we
Oh,
don't like to
dear.
go to the dark side, see what's going
All
on.
right.
We like to
Now,
play
mirror,
on.
you saying you talking about mirror, MIRROR?
Mirroring. Yeah, mirror work.
Okay, okay.
Mirror work is where you
All
just
right,
go.
yeah.
I can tell you, but it's easy. One day we'll do a workshop and I'll show you how to do it. But I can tell you, one mirror work is where you go. You notice how when you look in the mirror, you're always going straightening up the hair. You're doing that when you're in the mirror, right? Mirror work is where you just go and be in the mirror and look in your eyes and get in touch with and fall in love with the person that's over there. That's mirror work,
Okay.
right? No judging, no
Okay.
assessing what you're seeing, just being with what you're seeing. That's mirror work, right? They say the access to the soul is through the eyes. So it's just be with yourself. You'll fall in love with yourself. You probably have some tears because you'll be like, oh my God, you've never really been with yourself. Mirror work. And why? What's so funny, Brenda? What's
You
funny?
know, I laughed when you said fall in love with yourself. You probably have some tears, yeah, because I have gone to the mirror and said, oh my goodness, look at that line. Oh my goodness,
Mhm.
look at that puff. Oh,
Yes.
I got to get some cream,
Yes.
wipe away that puff.
Yes.
Got to do something. That's the reason I was laughing because I've been there.
Yes. So mirror work is just being with the person in the mirror. So in doing the mirror work, I'm talking to myself because I'm like, okay, self, hello, we got issue over here. Could you come out so I could deal with you, so I could see what was happening? Like, what's going on? And what I heard was, if you do my will, I'll give you what you want. Do your will? What the
Okay.
heck? What you want me to do? And it was like, I want you to start a course. I want you to lead a course of miracles. Start a circle. Girl, that day, because that was such a poignant, I want you to do this. I was like, I went to my friends, every friend I saw that day. Listen, I'm starting a circle. You want to do a circle, circle it up. Hey, you want to circle? 8 of my friends showed up. And
All right.
I've been circling up ever since. I've read the Course of Miracles now 33. I'm in my 33rd read right now. I've
Ooh.
got 33 circles. And right now I'm going off
Wow.
camera because I really need some makeup on. Okay.
You not in love with yourself without the makeup?
No, I need a little color in my
No?
life. No, listen, I need a little color in my life. Let's tell the truth.
Oh my goodness. If that's
Mirror,
the case, you must be high yellow, huh?
me, hot yellow. Girl, I'm dark chocolate all day, every day. For the rest of my life and then some. I'm dark chocolate all day, every day.
And you need color?
Oh yeah, girl. A little color on some chocolate. Like strawberry,
Okay.
some chocolate. Come on now.
Okay.
Give a,
Okay. All
come
right.
on, Brenda, a little chocolate.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Little
I'm with you.
pineapple with a cocoa. It's delicious, girl. Listen, a little blueberry.
Okay. Okay.
Like my
I
mama used
got
to
you.
say, Because, I was young, they was go, oh, you so black. My mom would say, baby, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Sweeter the juice.
That was always my
And then somebody that just being nasty would say, but the blacker the berry, it ain't no juice. You heard that before?
No, I wasn't a space for that one.
Right.
No, I wasn't a space for that
Okay.
one. No.
Okay.
So anyway, that's how I started leading the Course in Miracles, and now it's such a profound breakthrough, because as human beings, we struggle so hard to, especially when you start pulling for the rings to go higher, you start to struggle. You start, thank you, Stacy. You start to struggle with, am I doing it right? Am I gonna make it? You start to deal with all the things you didn't do right, if I coulda, shoulda, woulda, you start dealing with all those things.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so the Course of Miracles and then everything else spiritual gives you a guide. So when those things happen, you can how to bring yourself back to the light of God, how to keep yourself in the light of God. And we find out that how the ego, which different organizations, people, they call it different things. They call it the ego. The church calls it the devil. But if you really look at the word devil, the devil, because it ain't no devil, right? When you really start to study, you find out it ain't no devil. We made it up and we live into it like it's the truth. Um, and your identity, who you think you are. How some people say, that's just how I am. There is no, that's just how I am. God created you. There is no such thing as that's just how I am. God created you, and God created you to be anything he say. So anything you say after who is God, I am is God. I am that. When they asked God, what's your name? He said, my name is I am that I am. Okay, so what's his name? His name is I am. Is his name I am broke? No. Is his name I am sick? No. And his name I am depressed? No. Okay, so anything that you say after I am is, if you don't use I am powerful, I am loving, I am great, I am as God created me, I am extraordinary. That's who you are, because that's how God created you. Y'all got real quiet after that.
Star has her hand up. She can't put it up. But
Oh, hey, Star.
Hi, Rev. I have a question in reference to the mirror.
Okay.
As you know, I have a twin brother and we look just alike.
Yes, yes.
So for a while, when I would look in the mirror, even though we look just alike, I wouldn't see my face, I would see his. And it happened for a while and I don't know why.
Okay.
And then I said, I got tired and I said, I want to see my face, not his.
Got you.
And then after that, I saw my own face. What was that?
So can I just say something to you, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Stop trying to figure God out. And that's for anybody else on here who be trying to figure God out. You cannot figure God out. God will not be found in the head. God is found in the heart.
Okay.
Right? So you keep trying to analyze, understand, get clear about. That's not how you're going to do it. It's not that way. God is not that way.
Okay.
That's us trying to put God in a box, and God is never going to be in a box. And as soon as you think God is in the box, like God, you better keep searching, because God is not in a
Okay.
box. How you gonna put all the glory, all the power, all the energy in the world in a box? It's impossible.
all the
In the
knowledge.
world, in the universe.
Okay, how you gonna put it in a box? What are you talking about? Right? How you think you're gonna
Right.
understand all the power, all the wisdom, how you gonna understand that? I don't know why God gave you a man face and a woman face that merged together and you don't know who. I don't know. God knows. I don't know that. You know what I mean? And I'm the answer lady. It's like, listen, y'all, I got, hey, hey, Ebony. Hey, y'all, I got so, Ebony girl, I'm so proud of her. I have read so many books where I was saying that before, they could see all my books on my bookcases, and that wasn't even all my books. And they was like, "Oh, you don't read books, you got a library." And I've read all the freaking books. I've read the books. And because I was crazy and trying to find my way out. And I know once I read that they'll try to hide the truth from you in a book, that was like that was it. They won't hide the truth from me in the book because I'm gonna read the book.
Mhm.
That's who I am. I'm gonna read, and just totally blew my mind what I learned. So that's really what I want to say. But really, what are y'all dealing with? What do y'all want to have a breakthrough in 2024? What way of being that doesn't work? Those are the three principles I really in my ministry. God wants me to bring to the table as a possibility in life, the possibility of wealth consciousness, being wealthy spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, wealth consciousness. Wealth is more than about money, right? So
Mhm.
it's a huge deal. But out of doing the study, I've really God has shown me the anatomy of spirit, right? Because if you got an issue and you don't know spiritually how to see your way through, you'll still be just stuck and suffering and tarrying and all that stuff. But if you got the anatomy of spirit, you know how to navigate yourself through life in a powerful way. And the tools are out there. So God has given me 3 points that he wants me to work with people from, and that is knowing the spiritual principles, the spiritual laws, principles, and practices and processes, right? And most people do not, because I'm a Buddhist. I've been a Buddhist almost 50 years, but one of my assignments was to read the Bible. But out of reading the Bible, and I got Christian friends all around me, out of reading the Bible, I found out that most people who are Christians have not read the Bible. They haven't read it.
Mm,
They get
that's true.
spoon-fed every Sunday. They
Mhm.
haven't read
Mhm.
it for themselves, right? They know
Right.
scriptures. They can kick out a scripture for
Mhm.
anything. But
Mhm.
to know and hear the Bible, they don't know. So
Mhm.
that actually
Mhm.
had me to stop, um, what would I say? Stop arguing with people, right? Because after I would get into it with them, I would go, have you ever read the Bible? No. Okay. Conversation done. Right? Why am I talking to somebody who has not read it? Um, so that's the piece on that. So the spiritual laws, practices, processes, and principles, right? And then it's ontology. If you look up the word ontology means the art and science of who are you being. And how you get access to who you are being is through what you are saying, language. As a coach, I don't listen to what you tell me I listen to what you're saying. And a lot of times people will say, "You don't know me. I don't have to know you. I just listen to what you're saying and know everything about you by what you're saying." Right? Because out
Mhm.
of what you're saying, I get 3 things. I get what you're saying, right? Who you're being when you're saying it, and your commitment. And that's where I listen from. Right.
Mhm.
And when you listen from there, you can see the whole picture. So people go, "You don't know me. I don't have to know you. I can just listen to what you're saying, the words that you're using, because the words that you're using will let me know who you be in the world." Right. And then the
Mhm.
third place is the manifesting principles, laws, principles, practices, and processes. So that's where I coach from. That's where I live from. That's where I'm growing from, like that. Excuse me, I'm in class. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's what I got going on. And so out of that, you guys, we can have conversations about anything and have an opening for anything. And anybody who's on the call, we can, just kick it, create a safe space so we can actually take a look at, um, and take a look at and explore what we're dealing with. Because as Black women, we're dealing with a lot every day, all day, right? So
Mm-hmm.
out of all of that I said, what y'all want to talk about? Because it's 9:30 already.
Wow.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what
what's on
kind
your
of
mind?
callers?
What is it that if you could like, okay, if I could get some insight into this, it would make a difference for me.
Okay. Here I go.
Okay, go.
If I could get some insight into, you know how every Thursday you tell us your Wednesday class are bringing the A game, and I just feel like I'm there, but I'm still not sharing my day to day, what gets me, you know.
Okay, wait a minute.
I,
Okay,
I
so
still I should be handling it myself, but it's like, no, you can't handle this because you're really getting fed up. You really, it's like, and it's just for me, it seems minuscule. It seems like, you really shouldn't let that bother you, but it's like I am constantly being called on for the most minute clarification or what is it? What is it when you verifying, or what is that word? Is this okay to, and so
okay,
my
hold on.
response is ask spirit, don't ask me.
Okay, good. Okay. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay. And not one of those. That's not a breath. That's a hey. It's not different from a breath.
And let's say I'd be one, if she said it to me like that, I'd be, what?
Yes,
Then
that's a
I'm
deep breath.
supposed to ask.
Okay. So this is really powerful, Evelyn, because like who I am is I can't make you, but I've been waiting in the cup for you. And I've been actually praying for you to be able to come to the table and bring this. And like right now, even in your sharing, and I want everybody to listen to this because being able to share powerfully is a powerful tool. So I'm going to use her as an example, but other people can listen because that's how my coaching goes. I may be talking to Evelyn, but it'll apply some kind of way to everybody that's on the call. So let's talk about sharing for a moment. In her share just now, do y'all know what she was talking about? So that answer would be no.
Okay.
We don't even know what you're talking about. Anybody can say what she's talking about. What's her issue? Can't tell you because you don't talk straight. But
Okay.
she ain't the only one on here don't talk straight. See
Mm.
how okay, well, you see everybody go, okay, here we go. Right. She's not the only one on here don't talk straight. So even though it's how many? 9 of us on the call, there's 9 bodies, but there's only one mind. And that's like deep talk, deep spiritual talk. But it's all we all of us is on this call right now. We said that on January 11, 2024, we're gonna meet together with these 9 women and we're gonna have a discussion about spirit. We agreed to that. And when we start to take responsibility and accountability for our sovereignty, everything that's happening in our life, we're making it happen.
Yes.
Everything that's happening in our life, we're creating it. Right? So Evelyn, Ebony, Star, and Queen Aduni, they're reading A Course in Miracles with me for the first time. Right? So Evelyn, the first time people read the Course in Miracles, they're reading it, but they're mostly resisting it. You know what I mean? Because it's so against what we've been taught, so against, mostly who Black women are, particularly in life, is you are not the boss of me. Don't tell me what to do. Period. Right? And so the when you start to deal with the Course of Miracles, you have to start to get a grasp of your ego. That little voice is talking to you all the time and not mostly telling you anything good to do. Right? It's got grievances, it's got upset, it's got anxiety, it's got pissed offness, it's got all of that going on, all under the auspices of, wait a minute, hold on, somebody said it earlier, Jesus is control of my life. But until somebody piss you off, then Jesus ain't at the wheel no more.
Mhm.
Jesus went out the window. Till your kids do something that's out of order. Like
Mhm.
beat that ass. Okay, okay, Jesus, right? So yeah, really. And so I think, Evelyn, you could tell me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
You're so nice. You don't really talk straight up to people until you get pissed off.
Right.
Okay. Right.
So do you need clarification?
Yeah, let's give some. Come on. Bring it.
My daughter says I'm her best friend. Maybe you need a new best friend. I'm your mama, and I have a life,
Okay.
and I have aspirations and you know commitments to myself and the spirit that I need to do. So don't ask me what's for dinner. Don't interrupt me constantly throughout the day to ask, to ask me to help her make her bed. I said, honey, you don't know how to make your bed. You get on what it's just those little things, just constant interruption. And it's like, if I say, no, I don't feel like doing it right now, she'll leave me alone for a second, but then she'll come right back. And it's like,
Okay, but can I ask you a question right here?
mm-hmm,
Who created that relationship like that?
me.
Okay, so why you mad at her?
I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me.
Okay, right. And being mad at you though. You're being mad. Oh, okay, Holy Spirit. You being mad at her is so you don't have to confront with what you don't want to confront with about yourself. It's a distraction,
Okay.
right? Because that's really just a very simple conversation in terms of, okay, honey, we've had this kind of relationship up until this point. I'm seeing that in my life, I need to take care of some things. So we need to like sort of shift our relationship a little bit. And who I'm gonna be for, who I've been for you in the past is I take care of this, take whatever your needs are. I've taken care of it. But now mama need to focus on mama.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
And you got and then you got to she's gonna her ego because y'all egos feed each other, right? And so now
Yep.
you're telling her she can't feed off you no more. Her ego is not going to believe it can't feed off you no more. It's going to keep trying. So you're going to have to be like, no, and mean it.
Yeah.
I can't do it and mean it. I'll do it later. Can't do it now. I'm busy. Right? But it's like,
Mhm.
it's really, you got to forgive yourself for all the times in your life you didn't take a stand for yourself.
Okay.
That's really what's going on.
I
And
heard that.
you hear it? Okay,
I
good.
hear it.
Okay, good. And
I hear it.
the other thing I want you to do, particularly in kind of sort of circle, and particularly in being with me now, because I'm here for you, just what I do, right? You got to open yourself up to really deal with how you feel. You stuffed it for so long.
Yeah, it's down there.
Oh, girl, wait a minute, I'm about to cry. I can feel it. Okay, so I'm empathic. I can feel it. I'm about to cry. Right? Because whatever that is, you're gonna have to release it and let it go. And you're holding on to it like it's now become like a safety net for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if
Get
you
that.
let it
Yeah.
go, you're afraid that if you let it go, ooh, what are you gonna do now? Because that's been your baby all this time. You gotta let it go. That's part of, okay, this me being totally straight. This part of what you're dealing with in your body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we got to. And so I just want to acknowledge you and appreciate you for bringing this conversation to the table in front of everybody, because I've been knowing that it's there, but how do you go tell somebody, okay, sugars, you need to let this go? And I love what Cujo, this Cujo,
Is that the dog?
when people leave the house, he turns into Cujo. Um, Girl, he's supposed to be an emotional support dog, but hell, you got to give him emotional support. What the hell happened? You got to turn him around. You got to give him support. What the hell? Now here you come over here looking for me. I am not the one.
Sound like a little terror.
He is a terror, but they don't really train him, right? But I train him. But so like when you go upstairs, Joy is here from school. If you go near her bedroom, he just go crazy, just like he did now. So I'm like, every time I come upstairs to go to the bathroom, you're not gonna do it. So you know what? I'm training him. If he start barking at me while I'm upstairs, I bring him downstairs. Every time he bark, girl, we was laughing so hard this morning because he wanted to bark at me so bad. You could see it in his eyes. But he knew if he started barking, I was gonna bring him downstairs. And to run his ass back upstairs. Oh my God, it's so funny. He don't bark at me when I go upstairs no more because he's like, oh no, this bitch correct. Oh, excuse me, this woman crazy. Every time I bark at her, she take me downstairs. But yeah, and then I got him too where he don't bark me out no more. He don't bark me out because I get treats when I'm getting ready to go out the door. I get treats and I make him sit down. Be quiet. Shh. Sit down. So he don't bark me out no more. But see, they just want to they ain't got time for that. I'm like, I can't. That's too much. How the dog gonna be control of the household? No. Okay, so Evelyn, so I am really proud of you that you brought it to the table. I want you to keep uncovering it because there's so many layers to it. And don't be afraid, no matter how it may sound silly to you or it may sound like something why should I even say that? I want you to say it all because you are magnificent. So Queen Aduni had us all write down about our mission and stuff like that, our purpose and who were we. So this is, and so I'm gonna start sharing it because I'm like, I need to share this with people. So the purpose of my ministry, and my ministry's name is Omani Grace Ministries, Temple of Angels, because I got trained in how to use the angels in your life. God gave us angels, but most of our angels are unemployed because we don't use them. They sitting right there by you, they playing bid whist, they chit-chatting, they partying, but you don't call them for it, right? So that's that's the truth. They there waiting on you. And everybody should have a home angel because your home angel will protect your house, right? So, okay, so I want to share the purpose of my ministry. The purpose of my ministry is to cause, build, and create a tribe of miracle-minded individuals, boldly and authentically committed to heart and soul connections, wealth consciousness, and the inner magnificence of all individuals. Like us really getting into, we are magnificent. And that's how we walk in the world. And not the fake kind, not the part the word that sticks out for me more than anything is authentically. So when you're not speaking your truth, when you're not being direct, when you're not being straight with people, that's not authentic. What do you hear, Evelyn, when I say that?
Yeah, you're not standing up for yourself.
That's not authentic.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be pissed off about it. You don't have to be upset about it. You could be very matter of fact about it.
Okay.
Like, what's your truth?
Mm-hmm.
And then people actually start to align with what you say is the truth for you. Yep. So thank you for saying and bringing it to the table. And I want you to keep bringing it to the table. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you heal, you allow those around you to heal. Okay, so let's get healed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Brenda, you got something you want to say?
Well, I could say, to add to that, I am, and I've been approached with it so many times, saying that you are so, what's dog? I had it in my mouth, I had it in my mind. Passive aggressive. You are so passive aggressive. You just, you just let people just walk all over you. You're just so passive aggressive. They can say anything to you and treat you any kind of way. You so passive aggressive. But I am a person that I don't like to cause confusion, so I allow them to make confusion in my life because I don't want to bring confusion in the room, to what they're doing to me. I don't know how to explain that. It's just that I don't like to, I'm a peaceful person. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
a
want to
peaceful
be.
person, but there'd be a lot of confusion around you, don't it?
Sometimes, yeah,
Okay, because
yeah.
what you resist in life persists. If you're somebody who resists confusion, next thing you know, you walk in the room and what happened? It's got confused all of a sudden because you bring it with you because you're resisting it. What you resist persists.
Wow. What I resist persists.
Right. So you
I mean, I
resist
gotta.
confusion. If you're having a conversation with somebody and it starts to be confusion and conflict, how many people in here, when confusion and conflict show up, you leave? Yeah, I'm not dealing with them negative people. I'm out. I'm not. Right? That's where we go. Is that where you go, Brenda?
Well, when people start getting negative, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're out.
Negative, yes, I am.
Yeah, deuces. Deuces on that. Right?
Yeah, right. I'm ready to go
Right.
because I don't know what to say.
Okay,
I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, if they, if it starts confusion, I don't know what to say.
okay,
I don't
but
know where to go.
yeah, but what could you bring in those moments? Because so remember before you guys, I was talking about this, the anatomy, you don't know where to go.
Right.
You don't know what to do in those kind of situations. This is one of them. I'm just gonna give you the answer because I believe in Cliff Notes. I don't think you got to take 5 years to figure something out. Like it took me, like I had
Uh-huh.
a long time to figure things out. I'm giving everybody Cliff Notes.
Okay.
Right? What you have to do in those situations, Brenda, is bring peace. Be the space of peace.
Bring a space of peace.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
Take some deep breaths and just calm down.
Bring a sense of
Space of
peace.
peace. Because see, when you're inside of confusion and conflict, how does it, first of all, this is where being conscious, being aware comes in, right? How, look at her, she got a big old sign say peace. Okay.
Girl,
When you're in that space, Brenda, how does it feel to you?
it feels like I'm being run over.
Okay,
When
good.
when the confusion is coming on, I feel like I'm being run over
Okay, good. And
because I don't know what to do.
okay, so where do you feel it in your body?
Where do I feel it? In my trunk, the
Yeah,
whole trunk
yeah, in
area of
here,
my body.
right? So what you do is you start breathing. Breathe in peace and breathe it right into your trunk and breathe out the confusion and conflict. Breathe in peace. You only have to do it like 3 times, and you could do it while you walk, looking at them in their face, thinking, I'm not even doing this. I'm be peace. And breathe in the peace. And breathe out the confusion. And breathe in the peace. And breathe. And you'll find yourself calming right down. Breathe it right into your trunk, wherever you're feeling it in your body. Breathe in the peace. And then you'll be able to stay in the conversation. But when people, does that make sense to what I'm saying to you? It's a practice that you have to practice.
Okay,
It's a practice that you
okay,
have to put in
I
place.
can do that.
Yeah,
I
wait
can
for
do
the next
that.
time you feel that, and if you can remember, it might take you a few times to remember to breathe into peace and breathe out the conflict. But I
Mhm.
don't see how that has you be passive aggressive though.
If I could hone in on this, because I've been knowing Brenda for a long time, since I moved to Detroit. And Brenda's one that when she walks in, you feel the love, and she's gonna hug everybody.
Okay.
And in that, people think that, because she doesn't attack something,
Yeah,
that people just run over her like that.
okay.
Saying that she's, like, why don't you stand up for yourself? One of those things. Somebody do something, and for Brenda, go and tell them, go deal with that.
Mhm.
Just let it, one of like that kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
like that. And just in, I think she's asking how to.
Maureen, can you put yourself on mute as you
I got
adjust?
it. I got it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, just in how does she, I don't know, Brenda, am I saying this right? In that she doesn't walk just like into confusion, but in her dealing and people watching her, how she deals with things, say that you should have stood up for yourself, or, is that what she needs to do? And how do you do that? Am I closer to that, what you saying, Brenda?
Yeah, you're close to what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's just that, people feel like, okay, for example, and I know I'm not going to use a lot of time. For example,
You can use
I
whatever
have
time
a
you need. Go ahead.
for example, right now, I got a person in my life that, because of a statement that they said to me, they told me that I was homeless. I said, what do you mean I'm homeless? You invited me to come here and live with you. Come here and stay with you for a while. And now you going to tell other people that, oh, Brian just homeless. How can you say that? And I didn't know what to say when they said it, so I gave a little chuckle. But it bothered me. And so now, because of the home that I own here in Michigan, it's like they're threatening to put me in a position where I lose my home that is my home that is paid off, but they're like putting me in a position to lose it.
Who's putting you in a position to lose it?
You want me to just tell the person's name or the person's relationship,
No,
or
who is it? The city, who is it that's putting the whole home in jeopardy?
the person that's in control of my trust. My house is in a trust, which I
Got
don't
you.
tell everybody because I don't want everybody to know. It's
Okay.
it's a private thing, and so, but the way that they're running it, I could lose my home if they're not doing it right through the city, because you have to pay taxes through the city. And and I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I don't know whether I should approach this person, because they're a what do you call these people? What do you call those people that they know everything? They know everything that God knows. They know everything. And so you can't challenge them. And I get nervous when I'm talking with them. I say things that I know as soon as it pop out my mouth. I'd be saying, "But why did you say that? You know that wasn't right." But because you afraid to just come on out and talk and say what you know, talk what you know, because they are God and God know it all, and you don't know as much as they know, how you gonna talk to them?
Okay, so let me tell you what I hear going on, Brenda.
What do you hear? Please tell me
I
what you
hear that
hear.
this is something that happened to you when you were really young. This ain't the first time
Oh,
somebody.
oh, 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 oh. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, I've got to go with you on that because I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest child in the house, and I've been abused all my life
Yeah,
by my older brother and my older sister.
yes,
So okay,
yes. That's
you
what,
you hit that on the head.
thank you.
You hit that
That's,
right on the head.
yeah, that's what you got to get complete with.
Complete with.
Get complete with
I
the
don't understand.
they've been abusing you and taking care of you. You're not complete with they did that. So all you keep doing in your life is keep replaying it, replaying it, replaying it.
Mm.
You got to
So
get
I need
complete.
to.
Yeah, you got to do some work, some internal work to complete what happened to you in the past. So it's like if I was to say it to you like this, if you have a file cabinet called your life, called the past, the present, and the future. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
somebody came along and put your past in your future and your future in your past, right? Every time you
Mm-hmm.
go to live your life, all you keep doing is doing the past over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so you have to do the
Mm-hmm.
work to put the past where it belongs, in the past. But you got your past in your present.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you go to live your present, it's just the past over and over and over again. Because that's how come people always, that's how come when you talk about this, you go, people always say, yeah, because it's your past, it's in your now moment, and it's not what's going on. And you're not complete with that. So you keep living the past over and over, called people take advantage of me, people abuse me, I'm the youngest, I can't really say what I need to say.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to really get complete with that.
And the way that I get complete with that is to say what I want to say, do what I want to do.
Yeah, but you got to really just gets really, you got to, when you're dealing with it and you start to get your anxiety and it's the same thing over and over, you got to go, that's my past. That's not what's happening now. That's not who you are now. Who you were as a little kid is not who you are now. And you keep living out of how you was or how you got treated as a little kid. And that ain't who you are now. How old are you?
How old am I? 69.
Okay, come on now. Okay,
I had to think about it.
okay, you got to really get that complete for yourself.
Okay.
Like really. And really like stand up for yourself. So it's a couple of conversations you can have or create for yourself so that you can get complete, so that when you start to have that feeling, you got to really get, okay, I can stand up for myself. You don't have it that you can stand up for yourself because it never got complete with you your whole life. That's how come everybody say you passive aggressive because you're sick of it, but you don't know how to stop it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, was that an answer? If it was, I missed it. It just went straight over my head.
What's that?
What you just said.
Okay, I'll say it
What?
again.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'll say it again for you. Just relax. And here, write down my
Okay.
number. I can have some other conversations with you to help you complete this for yourself.
Okay. And what's your name, sis?
Omani, Omani, Omani Grace.
Omani.
Omani.
Your telephone number is
248
248
818
818
3261.
Okay.
All right. So you can call me later and we can have a little chit chat. And I'll give you a couple of exercises to help you get that complete for yourself. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good job. So listen, y'all, an hour go by real fast. So we're gonna have to come ready to the call because these are the kind of conversations I want to have on Thursdays. Like you bring what you got going because Black women, we got stuff on the table all the time, but you got to be truthful. So thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Brenda, for bringing the truth to the table, and then we could deal with it, and we can actually start to take some ground and being authentically who we are as Black women, not hiding anything. So one person want to say Thank you, Joy. One person want to say, one person want to say what they're taking away from the call today, and then we'll close out.
I'd like to say thank you for living in the present moment, because everybody does that. The past comes up and says, no, you don't. You did this.
Yes, yeah,
We got to
Yeah.
live in our present moment just
Yes.
with that guidance. So
yes.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Stay in the now. All
Yeah.
right,
Bye.
awesome. So Queen Aduni, it's 9:58. We're gonna turn it back to you to close this out. Good job, y'all.
So next Thursday, we're gonna come with a list. Everybody
gonna need-
lined up, everybody's hand up.
We're gonna need about 4 hours on that though.
Okay, but really check this out, you guys. Out of the conversation, if you got something out of this conversation today, just raise your hand. If you got something out of the conversation today. Yeah, because whatever it is, we all got it. That's why we all here together. So we all can take something from it, even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not just what Brenda and Evelyn was talking about, but how it
It's for you.
ourselves in that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I need that. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Stacy got her hand up right quick, Queen. Stacy, you got your hand up, or is that a mistake?
Go ahead, Stacy.
No, I just raised my hand because you said if everybody got something out
Oh,
of it.
okay, got it. All right, good. All right, good. All right,
My
good.
hand is up too.
Okay, good. All right, you guys. So it's a powerful conversation that we can take on together, and we can actually get some things, long-standing issues in our life complete out of this kind of conversation. You just got to be willing to bring it and really to have this space be a safe space. So thank you, Evelyn, for starting us off, a safe space so we can actually share and get down to the root of the matter. So good job, y'all. And thank you, Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Holy
Um,
Spirit. Thank you.
Yep.
So
All right, Queen.
tomorrow we will start at we have our meeting this is in the month of January only. We will, well, only until we do it again. But leading up to February when the what's that word? When I got pregnant with Elizabeth, which was February the 1st. And so on Friday morning, that first hour from 8 to 9, we're going to talk about where we're going in the future, what we're creating. And then at 9 o'clock, 9 to 10, the actual show. So thank you all. Thank you. And let's give ourselves a big hug. And give the world a big hug. And sprinkle goodness and
Yeah,
and good food and health and wealth and sincerity and integrity. Peace out.
Peace out. Love you. Talk to you later. Mwah.
Mwah.